Hello everyone and thanks for tuning in. Ed here with a quick review. For this video, I'll go over the Gundam Breaker 4 open network tests, which was on consoles. They were on the PS4, PS5, and the Nintendo Switch. Both tests were available between July 18th and the 20th, and most recently between August 10th and the 11th. I was very lucky to participate in both of them, and I enjoyed every bit of it. I also live streamed them, so if you want to check them out, links are in the description below. So for this review, I'll go over the gameplay, mechanics, available features, and some slight issues I had while participating in the test. Granted, it's still the initial version of the game, so I'll cut it some slack. Once the full game comes out, I plan to do an extensive review, which hopefully my fellow co-pilots Wolfie and MC Bomb can join me. I'm also giving away a digital copy of the game, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel, then like and comment on any of my Gundam Breaker 4 videos for a chance to enter. I'll announce the winner on the 24th, so make sure you have the notification bell on to catch the video when it drops. Now before I get into it, I have a quick word from an affiliate of my channel. It's called W Energy. W is a sugar-free energy drink supplement that is marketed as a way to boost one's focus and concentration. It contains a patented nootropic called Neurofactor and is intended to help you perform better at gaming, studying, and even exercising. W is made in the USA and it comes in over 10 different flavors. If you use the code word EDPROS, you can get 10% off your first purchase. There will also be an affiliate link in the description below. Okay then, let's get into it. Gundam Breaker 4 is the fourth installation in the franchise with a couple of other titles in between. They most recently had a mobile app of the same name. In the games, you break, build, and battle. One of the main focuses is that you have the ability to build your own personal Gunpla with parts from a huge collection of kits, all which have various customization options. Gundam Breaker 4 lets you do that like never before, with new features that let you change the size and even the position of any part you unlock, allowing you for an infinite amount of custom designs. Once you build your own kit, you can put it to the test with robust, frenetic combat and show off your building in a stunning detail with the new diorama mode. Diorama mode wasn't actually available in the first open network test, but it was in the second one. I didn't get to play with it that much, only doing the initial intro. But from what I saw, it looks like it'll be a great mode to allow all players to show off their creativity. Starting with the gameplay, the premise of this game is basically to run through different missions, unlocking different parts along the way, and building a kit that suits your preferred combat style and taste. During the first open network test, you were allowed to play through 3 missions, then an additional 2 on the second one. On the second open network test, they let you play an event mission which had you run through a 10 mission gauntlet facing a variety of enemies, mini bosses, and even 2 giant kit bosses, which included the OG RX-78 Gundam and the Big Zam. It was definitely a lot of fun. Even after beating all the missions, I found myself running through them again, this time in a harder difficulty, which not only yielded a completely different experience, it also allowed me to unlock better parts, which in turn helped me tweak my kit even better and helped me play through the missions a lot easier, which in turn let me unlock even better parts, which helped me tweak my kit even more. Can you see the recurring theme about break, build, and battle? That's essentially what the game is, just running through the missions as many times as you can to unlock the parts you need so you can make a much better kit, which in turn lets you progress through the game a lot easier. Well, depending on how your playstyle is anyways. This in turn gives the game a lot of replayability, which basically will give you the option to farm for specific parts so you can get the kit just the way you want it, or even just build a specific kit you want so you can probably play with it in diorama mode. Moving on to mechanics, each unique build will almost operate the same way regardless of any parts that were used for it. They can all use melee weapons, projectile weapons, and move around in high speeds to either avoid attacks or deliver continuous damage. However, one new mechanic they added to this is the ability to dual wield both projectile weapons and melee weapons, meaning you basically go into combat with 4 handheld weapons. Before, you can only carry 1 beam weapon and 1 bladed weapon, but this time that's no longer the case. This opens up a huge avenue for different weapon combination. You want to wield a samurai sword and a beam saber, as well as a energy shotgun and a beam rifle, you're more than welcome to do so, all at the same time with this new mechanic. And let me tell you something, the combos can get insane. I had Wolfie dual wielding a katana blade and a beam saber, all while slashing opponents up with the beam saber and then launching them away with the katana. I myself was using double tomahawks, just chopping away at my enemies. It was a lot of fun. And then having the option to dual wield projectile weapons basically let me choose between either 2 beam rifles or a grenade launcher and a beam rifle, or a beam shotgun and a machine gun, or pretty much anything you can think of. The sky's the limit when it comes to this new mechanic. I can't wait to see what kind of combinations other players use. Okay, moving on to features. One that is new to this particular installment is the ability to unlock and use SD Gundam parts or chibi kits. You can even mix and match the parts with regular standard kits and chibi kits all together, regardless of the proportion. That's where that new resize mechanic comes in play. If you want to use an SD Gundam part on a standard kit, but you kind of want to tweak the size, you're more than welcome to do so, and vice versa. The amount of customization this opens up is insane. I don't think I'll ever see any 2 kits that are the same. It's gonna be wild. As my boy Wolfie always says, Gundam is freedom, and by golly, are you gonna have the freedom to create anything you want in this game. Lastly, one other feature I noticed, but I wasn't 100% sure if it's a new feature or if it's been in other titles, and that's the Bounty Hunter mode. Basically, that lets you fight up to 3 player-made combatants, all with their own unique builds, different EX skills, OP skills, different parts being used. At the moment, I saw so many crazy builds, and you can check those out on my live stream replays. It was a lot of fun fighting against them, and I can't wait to see what else is out there and what other builds other players can create. Everything about this game so far feels great, but while I was playing the network test, I did notice a couple of issues. Nothing huge, just a couple of tidbits I hope they tweak or change along the way. One in particular was the fact that diorama mode had a limit or how much you can put into the diorama you were building. It was determined by the cost. I wasn't 100% sure if that's something that they just did for the open network test or if it is going to be a core mechanic in the full game. But I just thought it was odd that there was a limit to how much you can put. I'm guessing it's probably data caps or, frame rate drops maybe caused by the whole thing. Either way, it's not a huge thing, but I felt like I hope there's not too much of a limit, because I do have some insane ideas for some dioramas, and my boy Wolfie can attest to that, because we kind of want to use this as a stepping stone to maybe do a visual take on some of the books he's written. We've mentioned them before if you've heard about them in my channel. They're called Crusader Arms. It's a fan-made story that he wrote, basically surrounding around giant mech battles, but it has its own unique story. I can leave a link in the description to his books in my YouTube page if you want to check them out. Either way, that's something I have planned for diorama mode, so I hope there's not too much of a limit to it. If there is, I guess I can always just make another diorama for another scene, but either way, that kind of felt a little weird for me. One other issue I kind of had, and this was a little more surprising, the fact that it wasn't included already, because I feel we're in a time that cross-playing should be a thing now. I tried to play from the PlayStation onto the Switch so me and my son can play together, but unfortunately it didn't work. I don't know if you'll be able to do it down the line or if there's something they'll add down the line. As of right now, technically the only cross-play, and I'm quoting here, you can do is between PS4 and PS5, but I guess they share the same net code, so I wouldn't really call it, cross-play. It felt weird that it's not included when it's something that's already pretty predominant in video gaming, especially when you're doing online multiplayer. The first one to do it was, well, not the first one to do it, but one of the biggest ones to do it was Fortnite. Even Call of Duty is doing it now. Heck, even Gundam Evolution, even despite of the train wreck that it was, eventually added it. I just feel like that should be something that should already be by default, but here's hoping that they add it down the line, especially because It brings me to another slight issue that I kind of found is the fact that there's no cross save. I did make a save file on both my PlayStation and my Switch, and I wasn't able to kind of transfer between them or have my PlayStation save on my Switch. So again, I hope that's something they change. If not, I mean, I don't mind playing, on both of them. Again, I do plan on getting it for the PS5 and the Switch, so I don't mind. But I feel like that's something they should have added. I know a lot of games that are on different consoles do have it nowadays. Case in point, Fortnite. Even a title like Demon X Machina had cross save. You were able to save between console and PC, although it was kind of weird how they did it. But regardless, it had it, so I feel like that's something that should already kind of be available in more games that are on multiple consoles. One of my last issues, and I wouldn't really call it an issue, just felt like it was a little hard to start a multiplayer game with friends. I don't know if that was user error. It might have been. I'm not gonna deny the fact that I didn't really pay attention when I saw the initial how to do it, but I felt that I had to restart another multiplayer session every time I wanted to have Wolfie and MC Bob join me in a quest. And I felt like maybe there should be a way to have them join me in my lobby and stay in my lobby, and I can just keep running new missions after we complete one, or after we're done building or tweaking our kits. Either way, it might have been a user error. I'm not 100% sure. If you experienced it, or maybe you thought it was a little complicated, let me know in the comments. It's not a huge thing, but at the same time, I feel like now multiplayer, or just getting on multiplayer with a friend, should be as easy as sending a text. But that's just me. But despite all that, I still enjoyed playing the game. I can't wait till it releases on the 28th, actually on the 29th. I definitely look forward to it. I'm definitely going to post a lot of videos of it, so hope you can tune into my channel for that. One thing I wanted to mention again, I am giving away a digital copy of it. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel, like and comment on any of my Gundam Breaker 4 videos for a chance to win. I'm going to announce the winner on the 24th, so make sure you have that notification bell on so you can catch the video when it drops. Well folks, that's going to be it for my review. I hope you found it informative. Let me know in the comments if you played the open network test, what you thought of it. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Thanks again for tuning in, and until next time.